You hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I like? Patreon.com/inkdependence keeps this channel ad-free. Hello folks, welcome to Ink Dependence. I'm Mike, and I've got an unboxing here for you from Atlas Pens. This is some stuff that I bought just after Fountain Pen Day, and I'm pretty psyched about this. I've actually never gotten a box from Atlas Pens of stuff that I've ordered, so that's going to be fun. It's a fun sticker over here on the front of the outside of their store. So let's get in this box and see what they do. All right, using my Benchmade Crooked River here today to open the box. I really like this knife. It is pretty large and in charge, but it is still one of my very favorites. Fits my hand really beautifully, and it's just kind of a gorgeous knife there to carry around. Also, orange accents. Everybody's got to love that, right? All right, see what we have in here. Got some packing paper, and also, of course, our nice invoice here. Yeah, they actually give you a color picture of the stuff there, so that's fun. All right, let's see what we got in here. I remember what I ordered. This was not that long ago. They got this out pretty quick, especially considering that it was just after Fountain Pen Day, and they were probably slammed from that stuff. So let's do this first. So this is something I've been kind of dithering on this, but I went ahead and got the Jibun Techo Lite. I actually really liked my Jibun Techo Lite Mini for 2023. This is the planner that I'm using as sort of my take with me to school and work sort of planner. It fits real nicely inside an A5 cover because this is a like a I don't know B5 Slim or B6 Slim. I don't know, man. It's some kind of slim size cover. Actually, does it say? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's not a particular size like that. Maybe it's just like a weird thing. But this is the mini, and I went for green this time because, I don't know, it looked kind of pretty. So these planners have all the stuff you really need in a planner, but in a small form. So you have here just kind of a yearly thing if you want to pick out holidays and birthdays and that sort of thing at a glance for the whole year. And then we have a set of monthly pages. I really need a month at a glance page. This is something I just kind of can't give up in a planner because, I don't know, it helps me look ahead and all that sort of thing to what's going on. You also have a little bit of a habit tracker down here if you want to use it for that, which is kind of what I use it for, just to track things like, hey, I don't know, did I work out, give the cat or medicine, I don't know, whatever else that I happen to be tracking at the time. And you just like go through here. I like to use these zig dot markers, just go boop, kind of like you're playing bingo, just like gives you a big circle or whatever, and that's kind of a fun way to do it, I think. Almost colors in the whole box all at once. So that you have a bunch of monthly pages, and then you have week at a glance pages. And it's the other thing I really love having in a planner. I've been using a planner with this kind of thing for, I don't know, years and years now, and it really makes my life easier. I tend to use a highlighter, something with a finer tip, like, I don't know, like this end, kind of. You have this like markery end on a lot of highlighters. And I like to use that to mark out sections of my day. So this is the Monday column. So like if I'm teaching from 12 to 5 or something, I'll do little blocks in there of, you know, the class that I'm teaching and that sort of thing. Sometimes, especially when the semester is new, I'll also write like the room number and other things in there that I might need to know. You can put like random stuff down here as you like, and you have stuff up here for like weather and that sort of thing if you're into that. And then I use this sort of just as a to-do list, like stuff that needs to get done this week. I need to do a recertification for this class. I need to post, you know, these 3 ink reviews or whatever. So I like to have those over on the side. You can just kind of carry those over from week to week as you like. So essentially, this is a pretty chill little planner that only has a couple of sections, right? You've got your monthly section right here, and then you've got your weekly section in the back, and then at the very back you have several pages that are just a nice graph paper. And they use really nice paper for this stuff. This is this Mio paper or Mia paper, I believe. I don't know, there's not enough There's not enough English on here for me to tell you, and I forget off the top of my head, but this paper is very fountain pen friendly and that sort of thing. It will do some show through because it's pretty darn thin, but it handles fountain pen ink really, really well as gel and that other stuff. So I haven't really had any problems with bleed through or anything like that with any of these Jibun Techo products. And yeah, so I went with another one of these, bright green this time. I went with gray last time. So yeah, Jibun Techo Lite Mini, really solid little planner. Really dig this one. Let's do this first, and then we'll take a look at the ink over here. So I was going to, for Fountain Pen Day, get myself a TWSBI Eco Rosso from our local folks, but they didn't get it in their shipment. They didn't know about the Rosso coming out, and so they weren't able to order it. And then when they went to order it afterwards, it was all gone. So I don't know if they're actually going to make more of this Rosso colorway. So if you got it, great. If you didn't, you know, look for it soon. They still had them at Atlas when I was doing this, but they did seem to be selling out of some nib sizes. So just kind of get that plastic off here. There we go. Let's put this on the bottom. There we go. All right, let's get in here. I don't know what color exactly this is going to be. Rosso should be red, but in some of the product images, it looked kind of red. In other product images, it looked really pink. So, whoa, it's very red. Okay, so this is not pink at all. Weird how pink this looked in some of their product photos. Here you have, of course, some instructions. Hey, here's how you use the piston knob. Here's how you use the wrench. Don't use the metal one because you'll mar it up and that sort of thing. You can use a little bit of this silicone oil. This is a silicone oil. As you can see, it's very thin. Don't use this for eyedroppering a pen. It's just not for that. You'll want kind of like the greasy sort of stuff for that. But this is an oil. It's good for lubricating the piston, which you probably want to do every once in a while. If you give it a deep clean and, you know, all that sort of thing, you know, lubricate that piston, make it feel nice.
Hey, editing Mike here again. I want to tell you, this Eco T Rosso is really hard to represent on camera. It comes off as kind of orange or kind of maybe peachy or salmon or something. It is not those things. So here's like another representation of it from just my laptop camera. And you can see it next to my red shirt. It's not quite exactly it's not just a red. It's kind of a rosy sort of color. So yeah, this is a tough one to represent. And now I know why all of the marketing photos were so off. It's because, darn it, cameras do not want to represent this color. So yeah, there you go. There, next to a red shirt, that's the color that it is. I think that's actually pretty close, but take it with a grain of salt. If you like a red-ish pen, maybe like slightly rosier than like just fire engine red, I would say go for the Rosso. I like it a lot. That's it. Okay, back to the program.
This is the Eco T. Oh, it says don't use alcohol. Well, that's true. I've used alcohol before, but not on one of these. So this is the Eco T, which has this kind of triangular shape up here on the cap, and also it's going to have a bit of a triangular shape on the section. It's very subtle. Actually, you can kind of see the change right there as I twist it. Kind of tells you where that that triangular bit is, but it is hard to see unless you wrap a piece of, I don't know, washi tape around it or something. My friend Kimberly figured that out, that if you wrap washi tape around it, you can see the planes of the pinch there. But it's a pretty gentle pinch. It's not, you're not really going to notice it too much if you don't like using the tripod grip. It doesn't seem to bother Audrey, and she is not a tripod gripper. How's the piston here? We've gotten some piston fill pins lately here. Yeah, feels really nice. I really like this color. I think that's great. It is... I don't know. Actually, when I took it out of the box, I thought it was like fire engine red, but it's actually kind of not. It is kind of a softer red, kind of a rosy red almost, you might say. In the back here, we say Eco T, made in Taiwan, TWSBI. There's your finial up there. I keep a lot of these inked. I'm a big fan of the Eco, and I mean, they're going to keep coming out in new colors, and I'm probably going to keep getting them because I really like them. So there you go. That's what the Rosso actually looks like. It is kind of a rosy red, not a bright red as I kind of originally thought, and not a pink as their product photos made it look. So yeah, looks good. I'm liking that. And what did I get? Oh, I got a broad nib on this one. Broad nibs from them are great. I use these a lot of times for shimmer and that sort of thing. Plus, the broad is nice to get ground if you want to put some kind of a custom grind on these. They're really good for that. All right, then I have a couple of inks here. I did buy this stuff using mostly affiliate credit that I've gotten from Atlas Pens. So if you want to get 10% off of your purchases, you can use that code down there in the description, which is inkdependence. We'll give you 10% off and also send some money my way to help support the channel and, you know, let them know that you see stuff here and that you like it. So go ahead and use that down there. There's also, I think, a link down there that will give you that discount, but you can just use the code inkdependence at checkout to get yourself 10% off. All right, so I have two inks here. This one Audrey found, and this one I knew was coming. I was very excited about. So let's take a look at these right quick. We'll do a little bit of a swatch for them. All right, so this is Dominant Industry from the Painter series, and this one is called Soliel couchant Etretat. I don't know. I don't know what that means actually, but I don't speak French, obviously. Whoa, I always forget about this little thing. There's a tiny little eyedropper in here in case you want to eyedropper fill your pens. You can totally do that with this little guy. And then you have this fun bag. And inside that, a really cool bottle. I love the Dominant Industries bottle. I never get tired of this bottle. It's really pretty. So it says standard. This is not a shimmer ink or anything. This is whatever that is. I'm not going to offend the French ears any more than I have to at the moment. Let's see what this looks like. I actually kind of forget what this color is even going to be. There's not a whole lot of color there. That's a little bit worrisome, but let's see what we got going on here. That's better. Well, this is interesting. Okay, so this is kind of a bluish grayish. Reminds me a little bit maybe of the Diamine Celadon Cat, which was a Reddit color. Kind of reminds me of that. Let me grab a dip pen. I kind of want to see what this looks like. All right. I will have to consult with some folks who speak French before I do the review of this one so I can say it correctly. But yeah, that's an interesting looking ink. I think it looks pretty cool. And actually from this dip nib, it's coming out perfectly legibly. I was worried it might be a little bit too light, but it's definitely coming out very legible. I'm going to put this in something with a nice wet flow, I think, to really let that show off. And also over here, we're seeing some multi-chrome as that dries. So that looks neat. I think Audrey might have picked a cool ink. So not a surprise, but that is fun. Fun. All right, let's look at Heimdall real quick here. Where this is from Wearingeul, obviously, and Wearingeul has been sort of like slow playing these inks a little bit. They showed a whole bunch of them a few months ago, and I'm like, yes, I want that. And then they were like, oh, cool, it's coming out one a month for a long while here. So, yeah, this is Heimdall Pantone Orange 21U. Yeah, it looks really nice there. Let's go ahead and get it on some paper here and see how it looks. I do like these little square bottles from Wearingeul. I think they're pretty useful, and they're not hard to fill a pen from. They can, however, be really hard to open because the cap is short. It's on there tight, and there's not like a whole lot of room to grab. So this can actually be kind of hard to open sometimes. Ah, there we go. Sometimes I'll get like a silicone pot holder or something that'll help me open these, but there we go. No worry about it leaking, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and grab this. This is my Kakamori dip nib. This one is steel. So, yeah, this is a really nice orange. Very bright, kind of on the yellowy side of orange. I think this is going to work really nice in some pens. Come on now. This little thing has gotten in there crossways, and I can't move it. There, you got in a seam. Cool. So that's Heimdall. That's looking real nice. And our Dominant Industry up there is showing off some very nice multi-chromes up in here with greens and blues and maybe even just like a little bit like purpley pink there in the center. That's pretty cool. And it looks good over here as well. So yeah, that's going to be neat. I dig it. And I'm psyched about Heimdall. That's really pretty. So yeah, Yeah, really neat. I don't know if either of those really go with this Rosa. If I was going to make them match, I don't know if either of them really go with that. I got to figure out what I'm putting this Rosa pen. But there you go. That's my little haul from Atlas Pens, or Atlas Stationers. So go and check out Atlas Stationers and use that code down there to save a little cash and throw a little bit of support back this way toward the channel. And don't forget, YouTube is now putting they're deciding what ads go on stuff. So that means I can't really be as ad free as I would like, and that means I've started uploading the videos to patreon.com. So if you are a patron of the channel over there, you get ad-free episodes, ad-free videos over there for these. So go ahead and become a patron. That's a fun way to support the channel, and also join the Discord that is open to patrons. Only the best folks can be in there, and that is folks who've given me at least $1. So I'll see y'all in another video soon, and until then, peace out.